How's it going, everybody? My name's Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller and full-time student, and in today's video we're going to be diving into tactical arbitrage. We're going to be using the reverse search feature, kind of stalking some other sellers' storefronts. We're going to be trying to find other online arbitrage sellers so that we can kind of stalk their products and see if they've got any good ideas we can kind of piggyback off of and go ahead and maybe find other products because of that. So before we do that, I just want to say that if you could press the subscribe button, help my business out, that'd be great. I'm going to be helping yours out for free, so if we can make this a trade, let's just jump right into the info. If at any point in this video you want to go ahead and check out Tactical Arbitrage, give it a spin for yourself, there's going to be a link down below. Use promo code FIELDS for an extended free trial. Thanks, guys. So the first thing you're going to need to do to go ahead and find a storefront to kind of stalk, see what their products are, is you're going to want to find a product that we know is an online arbitrage product. That way that seller is going to be selling other products that are online arbitrage, obviously. I've showed this trick before in the past, but we're just going to look for a private label product of a retail brand. In this case, I'm going to use Great Value because that means that this product has to come from Walmart. Therefore, the sellers who are selling this are probably sourcing other things from Walmart and other retail stores. So we're just going to click through here and try to find some of these storefronts, see if we can find some storefronts with a decent amount of products, and then we're going to go ahead and reverse search those stores. So we've got this one right here that's an Amazon seller. I like to try to stay with Amazon sellers, but you can also try merchant fulfilled sellers. These low ratings like this and merchant fulfilled tells me that these are probably drop shippers. So we don't want to copy their products because they're probably drop shipping a lot of heavier products that won't make sense since we're actually abiding by terms of service and fulfilling the products the way we're supposed to. So we're just going to go ahead and check out a couple of these stores here. We're looking for a decent amount of reviews. When I'm storefront stalking, I typically look for 10 reviews, or just if they have a bunch of products, then I don't mind going ahead and running a search on them. So it looks like we've got several products that are kind of bundled and everything. This tells me that they're almost definitely online arbitrage sellers. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab this SKU right here. This is their seller ID. This is the ID for just a US marketplace. So don't use this one, use the one that's first. And then we're going to go over to Tactical Arbitrage and then go ahead and check out the reverse search. And once we're in the reverse search, we're going to go ahead and type in their seller ID right here. I've just got it copied and pasted right here. You can check your filters and such. You could adjust your sales tax here. I kind of leave this blank because by the time you factor in your cash back and the likelihood of finding a coupon on any of these websites, it kind of evens out generally. So I just kind of search straight up. These are the filters I use. I use these just to make sure that I'm not sourcing any private label products or super saturated products. And over here I've got my price filters because I don't want to sell anything super cheap or super expensive, because those super expensive returns can really be a headache, especially if the product's broken or something like that. You want to consider your costs, and then you've also got to consider your profit and ROI. I use minimum $3 or 20%, and then from there I can just kind of manually filter. From there, I'd rather see more options and then manually sort through than have it eliminate a bunch of stuff that could actually be good after the time you apply coupons and all that kind of good stuff. So now that we have this storefront, we're going to go ahead and press search with all these filters and stuff. And then it's just going to take some time for this data to load in. So we're going to go ahead and maybe find another storefront, or something that could be a little more productive is Tactical Arbitrage probably won't pick up a lot of these products that are like different products like this. So this to me looks a lot like a retail arbitrage product that's just been kind of bundled. We're going to take out this reference up here. This reference is because we are sourcing through their storefront. If we click on any of these products, we're only going to be shopping from them. So I want to see the whole listing. So after reference, I'm going to eliminate that and press enter. And so now we're just on the regular listing. The first thing I look for on these variation listings is to make sure there's not a variation that makes more sense for the customer to be buying. None of these really make sense. Why would the customer pay these crazy premiums just to get more sets of them at once? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So the actual FBA price on this is going for about $18, the buy box right now. And then the low price is a little under 18. So we're going to run a quick profit calculation to see what kind of prices we would need on here. So we would probably need to have these bottles for $1 to $1.50 at most to make it worth bundling these. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this right here, copy it into Google and paste it, and see where we can maybe find these products from. So it looks like we can get them from Walmart. I imagine that's probably where they're sourcing these from, in which case it doesn't make a lot of sense for these to be flipped because they're $2 each. So by the time we pay for shipping and stuff, if we're paying $8 for the product, after you ship 4 pounds, that's over $1. This is not profitable. So the reason I'm doing this is because that tactical arbitrage search is not going to pick up all these kind of weird variation listings. So I kind of like to just do a once over on these storefronts to see if there's anything that's kind of, usually it'll pick up these packs of 3 and such. But just in case, this product seems pretty good as far as rank and pricing. So I might go ahead and manually search this one too. See if we can find this anywhere. So we're looking for apple orchard. Granite spray, it looks like we got it from Target. Got Walmart, another Walmart. We got Rite Aid here. Let's see. So it's actually $6 on Target. Walmart, this is a third-party seller. It's priced too high. And then Rite Aid also has it for $6. And then Rite Aid also has some bonus cash that we could maybe use to buy a different product. So really, the cost here is fairly low. So after tax, from Rite Aid, this product's going to cost about $13 or so, and we'd be able to sell it for that $27 price point, assuming that that is what the actual listing is going for. So we're going to get rid of this reference number again to make sure that we are seeing the whole listing, because we don't want to see the inflated prices. So it looks like we've got a merchant fulfilled seller selling it for $18, but we care about the FBA prices. So FBA is going for $25 if you look on the Keepa here. This pink line is the buy box over time. And then the little triangles, if you can see them, are kind of the FBA offers. So we want to look at the triangles. And the pink line can be kind of useful from time to time. It looks like this listing kind of shares the buy box, FBM and FBA. It looks like FBM maybe has it even a little more often than FBA. But customers are probably going to be willing to pay a little extra to get this faster because of how fast the sales rank is. You're more likely to find those customers that are willing to pay a premium because of the volume of this listing. It's just a numbers game. The more people we have on the listing, the more that might be willing to pay that premium. So it's selling for $25. We would be sourcing it for $13. Might cost a lot to ship, so this is not really profitable. So we're just going to go ahead and move on here. I'm not seeing much else here on their top sellers list, at least. So from here, I would just wait for that tactical arbitrage scan to go through, and then we can go ahead and source from there. Looks like it's already found 4 products. So I'm going to find maybe another storefront for us to look through. Maybe I'll show you how I would find a storefront that I really like sourcing because they are maybe a little bit bigger or have a lot more reviews, and then would have more products for us to look at. So these are 27. So this is 150 reviews. So this person probably has quite a few products. But to me, this tells me that they're probably wholesaling these products. But we could go ahead and grab this and throw it in there and see what happens. So we're going to press start new search, type in their seller ID, and I just name the search the same as their seller ID. And then my filters are gone for some reason. So I'm going to have to fix that real quick. So I went ahead and fixed those filters real quick. I just had to make new filters and save it. This time I guess I had an issue with saving my filters, so I'm just going to go ahead and search that there. It takes a second for these products to load in, but then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and source through the products that it was able to find. We'll just do a little bit of live sourcing on this and see if we can find anything good. So I let that data load in a little bit, and I've also got some data from the past that I can go ahead and sort through on camera with you guys. If you go ahead and make a habit out of searching these listings every day, you get 6 reverse searches every day, which is why I like to make the most of those searches, finding those storefronts with quite a few products, and the products that are probably online arbitrage. You can really get a lot of leads going up. So you can see I've got 15,000 items. I've got it filtered down to just probably the stuff that might be more likely to be good. But if you're really making a habit out of this, you can really find some pretty good stuff pretty often with this reverse search method. So we're just going to go ahead and source through here. First off, I'm seeing some clothing from Kohl's. Usually Kohl's is out of stock. Yeah, it's out of stock. We've got this lip gloss. It's pulling a buy box of $50 when the current price is $30. So we're gonna move on. The way I can see that is this is the price it's pulling right here, and then Keepa is telling me that it's currently selling for $30. So you want to just kind of figure out these things that help you get through this data faster, because that's really going to speed you up. This Walmart lip picture is only 1 and this is 2, and the sales are pretty slow, so we're going to move on. That's a shirt and these are pants. These are more clothing. Let's see if we've got it in stock from Belk. It is out of stock. It's pulling a buy box of 32. It's actually 30, so that's not too big of a difference. But we're looking for a set, and this is only 1. This action figure looks good, but it's probably out of stock. Yeah, it's out of stock. So we're gonna keep going. We've got this here. We've got some fish food, it looks like, from Walmart. It's out of stock. We've got some diapers here. They don't look like they super match up. I don't like that. I'm going to keep moving on. That price is really low. It's probably out of stock. We've got some Q-tips here. We're going to check these out. It looks like they're 17 merchant fulfilled or 1940 FBA. Sales rank looks pretty decent. From Target, they're in stock, so we'd be paying about $10 for this to sell it for about $20. Or we could go ahead and search this and see if we can find it from another store. It looks like Walmart, no, does not have them. Right here or here. So we've got them in stock from Walmart for $4.64. So we'd be paying $9 because you can get sales tax exempt from Walmart. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and check the video out. It's going to be up here. That's going to save you some money when you're sourcing from Walmart. So we'd be paying $9 for these, and I'm going to be able to sell them FBA for $19.40. So that is sounding pretty good so far. We're going to be paying $9. So that's a $2.40 profit after we pay to ship it. That's about $2 profit. Not a home run product per se, but it's at least profitable. That's a good start. So we're going to just keep going down the list here. This Keepa graph looks a little weird and it's not the same amount. These buy box prices don't match up. Again, kind of a weird Keepa. This is probably out of stock from Walmart. We've got hair and body wash. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick. From Bed Bath & Beyond, it is $3.25 a bottle. And then we're buying it on Amazon for $25, but it looks like IP Alert is telling us that Bath & Body Works likes to file IP complaints. So we're just going to keep on going here. If you don't have IP Alert, it's $50 outright with a coupon code, and it will give you lifetime supply of IP Alert, which is going to help you avoid products that like to file IP complaints against you. Just in case you want to go ahead and source those products, it's one extra step that can kind of protect your account from getting banned. This price is not updated. Let's see, we've got this shampoo here. It's $15.59, and then from Amazon it is $29. Is this the same? So that's 33.8 ounces. This one's 33.8 ounces. We're selling it for $29. From Sally, it's going to be $15.59. So without tax, that's only a $3 profit. This could be something to look into when Rakuten offers a pretty good cashback bonus. They like to do that for sites, especially like Sally Beauty. I'm going to go ahead and find one lead for you guys. I feel like I've showed you enough of the process, and then I'm going to go ahead and find a lead for you guys to go ahead and hide at the end of this video for sticking it out, and I'll be right back with that lead. So I went ahead and found just a quick lead for you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. We've got this Accurite rain gauge, and it's selling for... Keepa shows that it's recently selling for $13, but it could potentially go back up to $16. And then on Walmart.com, we've got it for $4, leaving us with, if we sell it for $13, like it is now, recently dropped down to $13, we were buying it for $4. That's going to leave us with a $3.53 profit, almost doubling our money on this. Not crazy volume. We're going to use the Jungle Scout estimator to see how many it's selling every month. Looks like it's selling about 150 a month, split between 10 sellers. So at worst, you're selling 15. units, but not all those sellers are going to be competitive, so you'll probably sell anywhere from 20 to 40 units of this every month. So you can see the power of finding products like this. So let's say we only sell 20 of these times that $3.50 profit. Let's say it goes down to $3 profit. This product alone is going to make you $60 a month. So you just kind of snowball products like this until you really have a significant cash flow. So I hope you enjoyed this guide on Tactical Arbitrage Reverse Search. If you want to go ahead and check out Tactical Arbitrage, there's going to be a link down below. You can use my promo code FIELDS for an extended free trial. That's also going to support me, help me make more content for the channel. If you want to ask any questions down below, feel free to do so. I'm happy to answer those. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. That helps me out with the algorithm. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks, guys.